The views and opinions expressed on Slam Radio PH are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of Wusa Studios, its management, other hosts, or advertisers. The shows produced by Wusa Studios can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and might include strong themes, images, sex, or language that may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Slam
what's
Radio
up?
PH, episode 38 on its way right now. Welcome. My name is Aaron Ataide. To my right, you have Mr. Jut Sulitz, and to my far right, you have Mr. Robbie Raya, your online team here.
Akala ko talaga yung bago natin kasama ngayon si Jason Abalos.
Na-disappoint ka ba?
Abalos.
Sayang, bro.
Sayang.
Sayang. Well, we got a lot of basketball to talk about today. A lot of things happened this week. But we start out with shout out, of course. And you guys want to go first? Anybody want to go first?
Okay, I'll go ahead. I
Okay.
want to give my shout out to the other Rivero, who's I think might be trying out for the Blue Eagles.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
No shit.
There's Rashley Rivero, who's Prince.
Uh-huh.
And yung isang fourth year na kabatch ni Prince, ang kapatid niya is, not sure if it's Rashard or Rashid or basta Rash.
Basta, ayun, that's how you know sobrang ang dami namin alam sa basketball. Di namin alam mga pangalan nila.
I think he's trying out for the Blue Eagles. I saw a post in Instagram. He did a really nice dunk.
Nice.
Buti ka pa. Alam mo kung saan ka tama pumunta. Di ka tulad nung kuya mo. Naliligaw ng landas.
Bitter ka.
Medyo.
May ka maging bitter, pare. Relax lang. Meron naman kayong third year.
Yun nga eh.
Okay na yan.
May Arvin pa.
Jut.
I want to give my shout out to Ola De Ogun
Nice.
of the San Beda. He currently
Nice.
plays NLEX Road Warriors in the PBAD League. And you know the controversy that came up, right?
Yeah, the one with the banana.
And I saw an interview. That's why I'm giving him the shout out. And he stayed cool with it.
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of people would have handled it that way.
Yeah.
Pero he was cool about it.
And the only thing that he was not cool about was actually being interviewed. He was just like,
Talk to coach.
Talk to coach. Don't talk to me. Talk to coach.
My favorite part was, Coach Boyan, kausapin mo nga to.
Solid yun. Coach, sabi mo nga tayo. Go talk to coach. Go talk to coach. Ayoko niyan. Go talk to coach. My shout out goes out to, well, since we're keeping it all college. My shout out goes out to Renzo Subido.
Subido.
Oh, he decided not to go to La Salle. He was heavily recruited by Ateneo. Decides to go to UST. Good job.
Yes, I heard
I think that is a very good choice for him. I think
USD needs a point.
yeah, and I think he will fit in like Jerick Fortuna did. I think,
no?
diba? I think
That makes sense.
He'll fit
Well,
in.
but Jarek passes the ball way more than Zubido.
Yeah, well, Subido didn't have anyone to pass to
Yeah,
in
that's
La
true.
Salle Zobel.
That's
I mean,
true.
he was playing with players that are going to be mid-tier stars in the El-Sals and the and the Ateneo leagues and all that.
Pang-intrams.
Oh, pare. I mean, let's be honest. Zobel wasn't really the best team when it came to. He didn't have anyone to pass the ball to, so I think that he might. Well, in UST, there's really nobody else to pass the ball to right now either, is there?
Kevin
Oh, yeah.
Mariano.
Makes sense.
That he's got two, and Abdul one last year.
Duncan Dakiwag.
Hey, but if Subido and Dakiwag in the backcourt with Teng gone, that might be something.
That might work.
We don't know. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys have a shout out, you can call us up as well. Our phone lines are wide open. We'll show you the graphic in just a little bit, of course, through Skype and through the hotline. But first, we got a lot of PBA to talk about today. A lot of PBA to talk about because the semifinals are halfway done. When we say halfway done, because one of the teams is already into the finals, and we were talking about the Rain and Shine and Last Painters. Guys, let's talk about this series. First of all of us are freaking stupid because nobody
predicted Rain or
Rain or
Shine.
Shine. No one.
Ikaw, Jot, did you feel na dadali ng Rain or Shine
I don't like where this is
Petron
going.
to game 7? Tingin mo, before the series, dadalin ba ng Rain or Shine to game 7 yung Petron? Or was it close to that?
I think I got convinced dun sa panalo ng Petron eh. When Petron won, for some reason dun ako na-convinced na hindi kaya ng Petron.
That's true.
Diba?
Kami rin eh.
It was we thought. Okay, first of all, I thought it was going to be Petron in 6. You said Petron in 7, right?
Petron in 7.
Nico also said Petron in 6. Nobody said Rain or Shine. Nobody, except for James Velasquez on the write-up, who said Rain or Shine in 7. No one predicted Rain or Shine in 5. I don't even think Yang Yao thought it would be Rain or Shine in 5. Diba nga, sabi niya when he got suspended, binigay mo na yung game eh. Binigay mo na yung game. But shit, di naman pala kailangan eh. I mean that's a great team. Rain or Shine is on a different level right now. The hottest team. They've only lost one game in what
The
their
last
last
13 games.
13 games. They're 12-1 in their last 13, going up against whoever it's gonna be, an extremely tired Ginebra or San Mig Coffee.
Emotionally and physically.
Yes. All right. Anything else about Rain or Shine? I mean, what did you think of the series?
What happened in the whole in both series so far? I think the key to both series so far has been coaching more than anything else. You look at the San Mig Coffee versus Ginebra series. Tim Cone is out coaching Ato Agustin, Alfrancis Chua, and Boise Samar by himself.
And Ramon Ang sometimes.
And when you look at the other series, which Rain or Shine won, G. Abanilla, I didn't see any adjustments from
No,
him.
none.
He was.
None.
Wala
You look
talaga.
at the offensive side; it was all the same. Dump the ball to Junmar and let's go from there. I think he could have done something like he could have gone tricky on Rain or Shine just to mix things up. But
Do you think that they didn't have the pieces though? I mean, Arwind and Alex were absolutely nowhere to be found. We sent out a search party just to try and find them because they have not shown up in this entire series. Where the fuck did Arwind and Alex go?
You know, I think Arwind and Alex, parang feeling ko nalunod sila with the depth of Rain or Shine. Because you look at who Arwind faced in that series. You got Larry Rodriguez. You got Bo Belga. Yung whole entire front line ng Rain or Shine. Feeling ko na he was just outclassed and nalunod siya. And you look at Alex Cabagnot. It's not that Alex Cabagnot was was supposed to compete with the backcourt of Rain or Shine. Pero you look at this conference, Alex Cabagnot, I think, is on might be the twilight of his career.
Yeah.
That might be a lot to say, but I think so.
Jut, this loss meant a lot to you.
It did. So sad.
It's okay, bro. It's okay. I felt the pain in your Twitter account, by the way. I felt the pain. What do you think?
I think I agree completely with Robbie on a lot of sentiments. First, yung offense ng Petron. It started becoming sad nung last 2 days. They kept doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And it was obviously wasn't working. Tapos, Alex Cabagnot, I think he knew then that it was about the twilight of his career. And he started trying to make things happen for him and not for the team. You see, what was his assist average over the series? It was 3?
3,
4?
yeah.
Around
3.5,
that?
something like that.
And even Chris Ross was penetrating to the basket. So when you're Alex, I think you gotta facilitate more.
Yeah.
You gotta step into that role and start shooting less. And lastly, I think naalala ko yung that Lakers game na si Swaggy P got into a fight with Alex
Yeah.
and no one stepped in.
Yeah.
That's how I felt for Junmar.
Yeah.
He was getting
tama.
clobbered inside, and
Yeah.
where was everyone else? So that's how I felt.
I think Rain or Shine is just a damn good team right now. I think they could beat anyone. That it just so happened that they had to destroy Petron. I think that this
Yeah.
this was the series that it was not okay. We're gonna beat you guys. It's okay. We're gonna end this entire Petron run that you guys think you were having in the past 2 conferences. It's done. It's time to explode this shit. You guys are changing the name. We're gonna kami na yun. Kami na magiging bad guy that'll send you guys packing, and we will never see a semblance of this team ever again. Rain or Shine had so many different weapons. Look at Belga. Look at Jeff Chan. Look at fucking Gabe. Even was killing it, man. And I was with Gabe actually after Game 5. It was his birthday. We were having a couple drinks, and he was saying that, like, it just feels so good. Like we wanted to get it done, and you know how there are teams that say that we want to finish this already. No, Rain or Shine wanted to fucking finish this. They they didn't want to rest. They didn't want to give any chance for Ginebra or San Mig Coffee to get any rest going on before the start of their series and them get as much as they can. Thing is, at his birthday party, Chris Ross is there. So I was like, Chris, what's up, man? Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Because he understood how bad of a loss it really was. Do you guys agree with me that this is the end of this core, this team?
I think it's not the end of the core, but I think they should move a few pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about necessary right now.
Are we gonna talk about
Yeah,
that
all right, let's
right
talk
now?
about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, so since Petron has been eliminated from the series in this conference, they are no longer going to be Petron. This is the official end of the Petronovela, as the San Miguel Beermen will be making their return come next conference in the Commissioner's Cup. So, with that being said, what do you do? Do you get rid of all the characters in the Petronovela? But first, before we look forward, let's look back. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about what were the best moments of the Petronovela.
Best moments.
What were your favorite moments in the Petronovela? There are so many things, so many storylines.
Not necessarily the best.
Not necessarily the one that stood out the most. Of course, I mean, the first thing that would come to mind is Balkman. I mean, that would be there. You could talk about everything, actually. I mean, what would be the standout moment in the Petronovela? Let's take a look back, recall. You know, parang maalaala mo kaya. Ganun lang din naman gagawin natin eh. So, for you guys.
For me, it was when Chris Ross was traded to Petron. And TV5, you know, alam mo yung pag pinapakita nila yung girlfriend. TV5 showed Michelle Madrigal for the first time. I was like, oh my God.
Nice.
That speaks, that says a lot when that's the thing I remember the most about Petron.
Michelle Madrigal.
Michelle Madrigal.
Wow. Great. Okay. Pwede.
For me,
Ito, memoryado mo to eh.
Memoryado
syempre,
niya.
Okay, may bias tong sagot ko. But, my favorite part of Petronovela was the 11-game winning streak. No,
Nangyari ba yun?
Yun nga eh. Naakala natin, wala nang Petronovela.
And then Balkman.
And then San Mig Coffee won the championship.
Yes. Millsap last conference.
Dude, that sucked. 11-game winning streak.
Yeah, that was 7 in a row to close out the conference. Tapos
Yeah, you beat
the 3 best of 5 yun eh, diba? First round. Nanalo sila sweep, tas natalo sila first game San Mig Coffee, and then they won again. So
something
shit.
like that.
And then they won the first game, 11 in a row. Yun.
Uh-huh.
And then they lost everything else after that. For me, wow. I think one of my favorite moments in the Petronovela, well, not really favorite, but the one that really stood out, and I think it paints a picture of everything, was were 2 actually. One was when they had Raiko and Olsen as their head coach. That was really fucked up because that was like, okay, what the hell is going on? And when they got rid of Lakay.
Oh, nga.
Diba? Those are the 2 moments that you really saw that they were Petron. They weren't San Miguel Beermen anymore. And now now it's a completely different team. When they got rid of Olsen and then they got rid of Danny Ai, those were the last two beermen, like real, like hardcore beermen from the start. I mean, Alex was, of course, part of the beermen as well as Jay
Arwin
Watt.
was
So was Arwin. But hindi sila yung mukha nung franchise eh. When you think of Alex and you think of Arwin, you think Petron. You don't think San Miguel Beermen. But when Olsen and Danny Ai were gone, yun eh. Parang wala na eh. Wala nang beermen and then you bring it back now. Oh, wala namang ano eh.
You know what? I think Petron missed, kahit hindi naglalaro yung dalawa, they missed the leadership of
Yeah.
Danny Ai and Olsen. Kasi I think that's, apart from coaching na medyo sablay in that series, leadership yung pinakakulang sa kanila more than anything else for me. Kasi you look at Arwind, who's supposed to be their leader, na parang hindi siya yung, he's not like, I think if he was like a Pingris na pwede nilang sandalan emotionally, medyo cheesy, emo, pero if he was a Pingris in the court and on the sidelines na egging on his teammates, I think Petron could have maybe sent this series to a game 7.
Yeah.
Talaga. Look at the New York Knicks now. Ang laki ng difference this year from last year when they had the Jason Kidd.
Yes.
Was Kurt Thomas there?
No, wala. No, wala
Marcus
na siya.
Camby.
Yon, Camby. Yan,
Diba?
yan.
Yung mga leader na gano'n na kahit 1 minute lang naglalaro, ang laking bagay. The Juwan Howards.
Yeah, and those guys do it not even in the game. That's leadership from the practice.
Practice.
That's leadership in the locker room. That's leadership in the huddles. They don't have... Who's their veteran on that team? Really? I mean, honestly.
Supposed to be Arwind and Alex.
It's simple eh. Kulang lang sa pagiging vocal eh.
Yan.
These guys. I mean, I'm sure they're leaders in some way. But then, they need that voice that needs to be heard.
And it's just not there.
You know what? I don't know kung nakita nyo yung tweet ko na may theory kasi ako eh.
Okay.
When it comes to PBA teams. I feel that the core of PBA teams, you can't divide it into 50% English-speaking Philams
Okay.
and 50% Filipino-speaking Pinoys.
Okay.
Kasi I think if you look at the past Philippine Cup champions, it's either they're dominated by English-speaking Philams
Okay.
or puro Tagalog.
Okay.
That might seem trivial or petty, but I think it goes a long way when it comes to chemistry.
Okay.
When, for example, Arwind should be the unquestioned leader of Petron. Pero aminin na natin when, for example, si Arwind, he doesn't consider English his
First language.
diba? So sino unang kakausapin niya? Diba? Junmar.
Yeah.
Oh. I think to talk to Lutz and Laster and the Cabagnots, I think it's harder for a guy na sanay ka sa Tagalog eh. You know what I mean?
Parang wag na lang.
Oo, parang gano'n.
Wala siyang gana.
Although, kahit pwede niyang kausapin, hindi niya ma-deliver ng tama yung gusto niyang sabihin.
I think that actually, I really thought Petron set it up correctly. I thought that they had the right leaders for the job. Because if you look at it, they have two leaders. And we've been saying it since a while ago. It's Alex and Arwind. So you're supposed to have Arwind talking to the Pinoy guys. And then you're supposed to have Alex talking to the Philam guys. That should have worked. Diba? I mean, Alex is the one that should go up to Lutz and Marshall and Chris Ross and even Yusef Taha and Deutschman and really take them under his wing.
And si Alex, marunong pang magtagalog.
Exactly. So he can cross over din naman, ganon. And then you have Arwind that's talking to Abay and talking to, like Chico Lanete and those, and Marata even. Just to keep those guys going along. It just did not work. It's like they did not. I mean, I always thought Arwind was ready to be a leader, and I think that this proved that he is he doesn't have that. I'm not saying that. I'm not taking anything away from Arwin. He is a good basketball player, but he's just not a leader. You know what I mean? He's not a vocal
At
leader.
least he doesn't show it.
He doesn't show it. Yeah.
You know, I think there was this one point, that ugly point in the Petron franchise, that they were confused whether, you know, they got caught up with is it Junmar's team?
Yeah.
Is it Arwin's team? And they were thinking that, does this mean that that guy needs to be the leader as well?
Yun.
So they got confused internally kung sino na ba yung kailangan mag-step up into that role. Dahil ba franchise player natin si Junmar, siya na rin yung leader natin. So it got mixed up.
Yeah, they've been having this problem since forever. Whether it was Arwind or Jaywash, or Arwind or Junmar, or was it Arwind or Alex even at some point. I mean, I think it's time.
Or Jojo Dunsil or Hubalde.
Oh, di mo alam
Kasi
eh.
kung hindi mo alam kung sino yung i-reserve mo.
Or, ngayon, may Marata pa. Puta na, dami niyan. Okay, let's, wait. Coming from RJ, he goes, Kurt Thomas is with the Knicks last season together with Jason Kidd, Sheed, and Camby. Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Tangina,
that's an
tanda.
old team.
That's an old-ass team, man. Holy shit.
I just wanna add na yung pinag-usapan namin kanina might look petty and trivial, but it's undeniable na yung Phil-Amps and yung mga Pinoys may kanya-kanyang kuluyan.
Oo.
Diba? May clicks.
I mean, look at Rain or Shine. They have one Phil-Am.
Yeah.
Gabe.
Kaya I think yung communication sa Rain or Shine maganda.
And they all listen. It's undoubtedly Yeng is the head coach
The
of that
voice,
team. He's the voice. I mean, you don't see Kaloy Garcia walking around barking orders. They know their place.
Yeah. And would you guess sinong captain, di ba? I'm not sure everyone knows
Jaire.
about
It's
it.
Jaire.
Diba? That's how neutral it is in the Rain or Shine camp.
And Jaire, marunong mag-Tagalog, marunong mag-English.
Alam mo kung bakit say Jaire? Feeling ko Jaire is the epitome of the Rain or Shine Elasto painter. Kasi when he first entered the league, grabe, sobrang merciless ko with my tweets na I was like, what is Jaire doing in the PBA?
Yeah.
I mean, he can't put the ball in the hoop in any way. He can't dribble. And para lang siyang he's just a
taller Marvin Cruz. Is that what you're trying to say?
he's just a guy who can defend with zero offensive skills. And now you see him dominating a quarter. Diba?
For a good 4 or 5 minute stretch, he'll go off.
He scored the first 7 out of 7 of the first 9 points set up for Rain or Shine in Game 4.
Yeah. Galing. All right, let's try and fix Petron. Okay, I know that there are a lot of San Miguel Beerman fans that are listening right now, and they're like him.
Yes.
So let's fix Petron. First of all, Gia Bonilla. I think that he's a good coach. I think that he just needs the right pieces around him. But is this the last game that he is going to coach for this franchise?
With everything, with everything, with Popoy and Basha, kailangan mo ng one more chance. Para kay GA, I'll give him another chance. Na feeling ko rin kasi malaking bagay yung kulang siya sa leaders. So, and this group is talented. So, give it one more chance.
One more conference.
One more conference. Yeah.
I agree. First conference as a head coach, he brought the team to the finals. What more can you ask for? So, I think that alone credited him a longer stay with the team. And he's what? 1-1. Sabihin na natin 1-1 yung record niya dun sa 2 conferences. So, tiebreaker. Let's see.
Give him a year.
Yeah.
At least give him a year.
Yeah.
Diba? I mean, you can't turn around a franchise in 2 conferences. He almost did, but give him a year. I mean, if he fucks up, I mean, okay, if we're saying that he deserves one more chance, how much leeway are you giving him? Semifinals, finals, championship, what? In the Commissioner's Cup. What does he need to do to keep his job?
Finals.
Yeah, I would have said championship, but given their performance this year, wag na muna ganun kataas.
And we don't know who their import is yet, so.
I wouldn't mind the semifinals as long as they don't go down like they did this conference.
Not wag crash and burn.
Oh, crash and burn.
Who's in more of trouble? Like, let's say that they lose. Gia Bonilla or Otto?
I think with the Al Chua lurking around for the whole conference, Atoa has been in trouble for, for the whole conference. Alam mo, tawang-tawa ako kay Al Francis Chua. Nakikinig ako ng bro show eh. Diba, si Al Francis Chua yung unang guest nila. Tapos, right when he answered the phone, hindi nagtatawanan na yung tatlo, he was like, kayong mga gago kayo! Kamusta kayo?
Was this sa radio or podcast?
Sa podcast.
Well, we've been trying to get him on the show, but he's heard about Robbie, so we can't get him on the show.
Hindi kayong mga yung tatlong gago. Ikaw
Gago ka!
Gago ka! Arwin Santos, is he out or is he still in?
That's hard. Pero, you know what? If they can get a good piece for Arwin, I'd trade him. I don't have a
Robbie?
piece in mind right now na I'd take for Arwin, but I think you can get someone good.
Ako, I won't trade Arwin. I think Arwin is the perfect complementary power forward for Junmar. The mid-range, the rebounding. I think he's the perfect power forward for Junmar. I think para mabigay yung needs nila, like I mentioned, they lack leadership. I think I'd go for a Reynel Hugnatan.
Pwede.
Someone like a Reynel Hugnatan na hindi ko alam kung sino iti-trade nila. So you try to get Reynel Hugnatan, number one. Number two, I think with the emergence of Ubalde, and I don't know if that's yung ginawa niya sa series na to, tatagal yan. Pero if it stays and you look at the same time you look at how Chris Ross fits in with Lutz and Lassiter, I think Cabagnot might be dispensable.
So if you were gonna trade one of the two, it would be Cabagnot.
I would trade Santos. I'd trade Cabagnot. Maybe for a pick to Air 21.
Wow.
Who needs
For
a
a
point
pick.
guard
Wow.
for a pick, or if they can package it in some way na they get a pick from Air 21 and Reynel Hugnatan at the same time. That's a home run.
Because, I mean, what you could do is, I mean, if you trade with Meralco, would you do, I mean, let's just throw it out there. Reynel and Mike Cortez for Arwin Cabagnot, you throw in a couple picks from Meralco maybe?
Hell no.
No?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Santos is a franchise player.
Really?
He just won the MVP and
Which you disputed to the high heavens.
diba? Pero I think si Arwin naman performed really well in this conference. He was a double machine this conference, except in the playoffs, diba? So I think yun nga, Arwin is a great fit for Junmar. I ain't moving Arwin, that period.
You're moving Alex.
I'm moving Alex because of Chris Ross. I think Chris Ross, being a facilitator, he fits more with Petron more than with San Miguel more than Alex.
Okay, what if you do Alex? Well, like let's say Ubalde it was a good run. You like Chris Ross there. Let's say they put it on the table and they say, okay, Alex Cabagnot and a first round pick for Sol Mercado.
I like that trade. I really like if Junmar can play that pick and roll effectively with Alex, kasi we haven't seen him do much of a pick and roll.
It's always straight post.
Yeah, with Sol, I mean pala. So Sol is a great pocket passer.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
Diba?
Unlike Alex, diba?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Alex
Nahihirapan si
never.
Alex eh.
I think Alex rarely plays.
Doesn't
the pick and-
he does not have that.
And Sol can get to the basket.
Yes.
Alex would float it up some mid free throw line. So with Sol attacking straight at the rim, you get Junmar some space.
But I don't think Global Port will like that trade.
Yeah.
Kasi si Sol is I mean at the least stats wise is maybe a top 5 player.
Yeah.
5 top 10 player.
That's why, and that's why I was thinking if they can work some pieces around to maybe get someone like Sol, it opens up so much for Junmar. I mean, they have to decide now that you're not building around Arwind anymore. You're not building a powerhouse team. You're building a team around Junmar Fajardo, and Junmar does not have a point guard that can slash and make plays for him. He needs that. That's why he enjoys it when Chris Ross is there.
Yeah.
Because Chris Ross makes more plays than Alex does in their offense. I think Sol might be a pretty good fit in Petron. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I'm just thinking out loud. I think actually, baka nga Romeo parang pwede rin eh. I mean, Romeo doesn't have any passing, but he'll open up a lot of plays for Junmar. Eh?
Just bringing that shooting that they lack.
Do you get rid of either Lutz or Lassiter?
No, I won't get rid of either.
I would, but Chris Lutz, not Lassiter.
Yes, ako rin. I think they're too redundant.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's true. It really depends on who you get for Chris Lutz.
Let's say Ryan Reyes.
No, I think Reyes is too old for. I mean, he's young.
Oh.
He's young, but you trade. Well, how old is Lutz? I think he's like 20,
28?
28, yeah.
28
Somewhere there.
For
Ryan Reyes.
Ryan Reyes,
Who's mga what,
who should be
31?
30.
32?
yeah, 3 years is big
In the PBA.
in the PBA.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna trade Lutz, I think you.
Lutz for Abueva.
Oh, I'd do that in a heartbeat if I'm Petron. I'd actually trade Arwin Santos for Abueva.
Straight up?
Straight up. If I'm Petron,
That's interesting.
That's actually not bad.
but if you're Alaska, would you take
And then
Arwin?
let's say Arwind and Lutz for Gabby Espinas and Abueva.
That could work.
That could work.
That
Espinas.
will work.
Espinas could work with Junmar. I think
Right?
And Espinas is a bad
He's a bad boy. He's a bad boy.
And San Miguel needs a bad boy.
Bad boy ka.
Hashtag bad boy.
Ina, bawi ka next time.
Another name na I think I want to see work with Junmar. Cliff Hodge.
Pwede. But Cliff has that shot now. He has that shot now.
But I think it would require Marshall playing more of the one because I'm thinking of giving throwing Alex in that trade.
They have Mike. Well, we don't know
They
their
have
we don't
Mike.
have their coaches now, so
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what's going on with Meralco. We'll find out by the end of the week. I don't know who's leading that team. I don't know. We'll see. All right. With all that being said, we bid farewell to the Petron Blaze Boosters. It was fun. You brought us a lot of laughs. You brought us a lot of tears.
Hey.
You brought him a lot of tears. Brought us a lot of laughs. That's for sure. But you didn't bring us a lot of championships. You should have. So,
Pero to be fair, Petronovela is right up there with the Mula sa Puso.
Oo.
yung mga ganyan.
Malawalking dead na nga yung dating. We still gotta figure out a name for the Beerman, because whoever uses Beerman novella, we will slap. No.
Tweet us.
Yes. If you can think of a
Yeah.
name, diba? We will use it on the website. We will use it on the show. We will start a new fad with the San Miguel Beermen. What will their story be called? Okay, let us know.
Make it positive.
Moving on, let's talk about the other series. Manila Clasico going into Game 6 today. If you're watching us live, it will be later on tonight at about 8 o'clock. If you're watching the replay, it's ongoing. It's ongoing right now.
Yeah.
So, it's been a fantastic series. First of all, this has been the highest rated PBA watched games ever. That is a fact.
Ever. Even with the confusion with all the
schedules, the time, and all that.
Walang effect.
This Manila Clasico has been, I think it was Game 4 that broke records, the highest rated
Impressive.
PBA game ever. For crying out loud. Look at that. That's how good this series is. And I just want to talk to some people here. I know that there are some people that are watching that are saying, "De binibigay ng San Mig Coffee or binibigay ng Ginebra tong game na to." That is bullshit. Okay? I know these players. These players are killing themselves in the practice, in the training sessions. You know, these guys are really fighting it out. And you won't see games this close. Kung bigay.
Oh, ang hirap
Ang
naman
hirap
mag-fake
nun.
ng
Oh.
that it relies on the game winner.
I don't know about the ending. But from quarter one till about 48, 47 minutes, these guys are killing each other out there on the floor. There is no brotherly love na hindi kailangan pahabain natin yung series. No. These guys need the money. I mean, let's be honest. It comes down to that. It comes down to the finals bonus. Okay, that is it. I want my finals bonus, and I want to beat this team, and I have to go through them to get there. Fuck, I will kill them. That is what's happening. These guys have the utmost respect for each other, and my brother was talking to an assistant coach. I won't say who, and he was saying, "I dare anyone to come into our locker room and tell us to lay down. And let's see if my players will react." It doesn't matter. You tell Mark Pingris to shut up and like, magpatalo ka. You think Mark Pingris is gonna do that? Hell the fuck no. No. Moving on. Let's talk about that last possession by L.A. Tenorio. What happened? Game 6. First of all, I didn't watch the game. I wasn't able to watch the game because I was at a wedding. I was watching it on Twitter. All I know is that L.A. missed a layup twice.
Wildly.
What happened? Paint me a mental picture.
I think LA just wasn't how it looked to me. He wasn't aware that SMC was leading by 3. That's why he went hard for the layup, and maybe he was looking for a foul to get 2 free throws. Kasi the last 2 plays LA made looked pretty identical.
Okay.
He went hard to his right, and he threw a half layup, half hook type of shot. Na medyo alangan eh. Both of those shots were wild. It's really hard to imagine a player like a caliber na katulad ni L.A. Tenorio having a Derek Harper moment.
Yeah.
Na hindi mo alam na lamang pala yung kalaban ng tatlo. Hindi ko pa rin maintindihan hanggang ngayon.
At triste.
Kaibigan mo yun.
Kaibigan ko yun. Okay lang. Jot, what did you think when that happened?
Like you, I didn't see the game. I was hearing it on radio. And nakita ko na actually sa Twitter that people were saying they were saying that LA floated the game. So nag-research ako and I learned what happened. And I think it really was a mental lapse lang. I wouldn't count on LA to do that.
A lot of people saying benta. A lot. I mean, that is the word. He was trending on Twitter. It was Tenorio, and then the next trending topic was benta.
Were you guys aware of the spread in that game?
No,
I wasn't aware too. So
I don't know what the odds were. I mean, I don't look for that kind of stuff because I wanna. I mean, I don't want to. Kasi pag alam mo iisipin mo kaagad na parang hindi.
But realistically, I think the odds were like plus 1.5 or something.
Okay, if it was plus 1.5, sabihin na natin, plus 1.5, who would you put the plus on? Would you have put the plus on Ginebra? No. It would have been plus 1.5 San Mig Coffee.
Yeah.
Diba? That's how I would look at it
Plus
if I was a bookie.
1.5 or 0.05.
Oh, diba?
Yeah,
so that even if LA made that layup, it wouldn't have changed because San Mig Coffee was leading anyway. I think, I don't know, if you guys know the odds of that game, let us know. We don't know. I don't know the exact spread. Syempre, iba-iba rin yan I mean, we very rarely talk about betting on this show. But, I mean, it is there. It is there. So if you guys know, let us know. I don't think binenta ni LA.
Pero,
I don't think.
excuse me, looking at it from the other side, I've been on the other side. I was intrigued by this whole betting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was one time na nagbe-bet talaga ako.
Mhm.
So, I was aware of the odds. I was watching the games at the same time. And to be fair to dun sa mga taong nagrereklamo,
Mhm.
there were times na when I was hooked na it seemed to me na some of the players were aware of the spread.
I mean, shit. It happens in the UAP. It happens in the NCAA.
It happens a lot in the NCAA.
It happens in the NBA. It happens.
does.
It happens in U.S. college basketball. It happens everywhere.
All right, I'm gonna tell you guys a story.
Ayan.
I won't name who.
Ah.
I have this friend. So he played before.
Okay.
Collegiate level. He was scoring. Yung team niya naghahabol eh.
Okay.
So he was scoring. He was the top scorer of his team. And then the best player of the other team comes over to him on the court and says, "Huy, ano ba score ka ng score? Hinahabol ko nga yung layo eh. Yun lamang eh." So it really happened.
It really happens talaga.
Okay, I was gonna crack a joke. I'm not gonna say anything.
Wag na.
Wag na lang. Never mind. But did you guys read that open letter to LA Tenorio?
Yeah, I did.
Ang nakakaiyak yun.
Didn't get a chance.
Puta, tenista yung nagsulat. Galing ng ano. It was very, very well written. And that's coming from three guys that write for a website. It was fantastically written. She's saying na naniniwala siya kay LA, hindi daw benta, ganyan-ganyan. Kasi, ano yun?
Parang wala sa pagkatao.
Oo, tas may Majus or...
Magis.
Magis yun. May Magis daw eh. Ano yun? Go lang daw. I don't think so. Does Ginebra win tonight?
I would love for Ginebra to win tonight. Kasi I would love to see a Game 7 na for sure would break any record
Uh-huh.
For sure.
na binanggit mo kanina. Just for the heck of it, I would want Ginebra to win tonight.
First of all, before we head on into that, Gian off of Twitter goes, odds of the last game between San Mig and Ginebra were Ginebra minus 4.5. So that's San Mig Coffee plus 5. Lost my bet on that match. So plus 5 pa yung...
Ang laki nung...
Ang laki. So 7 na. 8. 8 na yung spread.
So
it doesn't really matter. It didn't really matter. Okay. Then again, game 6 tonight. Ginebra winning. You say Ginebra wins. Do you want them to win or will they win?
I want them to win, but I feel San Mig Coffee has their number. For the better part of the series, San Mig Coffee has been the better team. Not to the rain or shine versus Petron level, but that's how it looks to me. I want Ginebra to win, but my gut feel says San Mig Coffee will finish off tonight. So, pero
And make me correct. The one and only prediction that will be right.
yes, San Mig
If San Mig Coffee wins today. Jut.
I'm gonna sound like a total pussy on this. Pero
Oh.
gusto ko talaga kasi sabihin na San Mig Coffee will win. Pero had Robbie said otherwise, I would have gone with Ginebra din. Kasi takot ako sa Ginebra.
By the
Takot
way,
talaga ako sa
Ginebra
kanila.
fans, I'll be watching in Araneta for the first time in a long time. Kung gusto nyo ako sapakin or dumugin mamaya. You're free.
Paging all Yapsters. What section? Alam mo naman kung ano yung section? Patron.
I might be wearing this pink shirt.
Okay. All Yapsters, please look for Robbie Raya. He will be in the area.
He will tweet his location, exact
Oo.
location later.
Please.
Just a clue, I like eating at Taco Bell.
Ayan. Yes.
So
Para alam mo na.
Pag halftime, baka makita nyo ako sa Taco Bell.
Somebody's asking for a little update because for those that don't know, for those that are just tuning in now, Nico Ramos and Robbie Raya do have a slam drag bet going on. If you've been seeing our tweets, we've been updating everyone. It's who will score more points, James Yap or Mark Agiwa. Robbie Raya went with James Yap. Surprisingly, Nico Ramos went with Mark Aguiwa. And as of game number 4, the score was 52-44 in favor of Robbie Raya. And just to update that right now, let us see. So, Kagiwa had 6. So you add 6 to
50.
40. You're at 50. Nico's at 50. James Yap is at 10, 64.
Yeah.
62. 50 to 62. And if today is the end, we will see Nico Ramos in drag next Monday. Whether it will be Robbie or Nico, somebody will be wearing a dress. We don't know which one yet.
Pero ito if I'm gonna give Nico something. If Ginebra wins tonight by a Kagiwa buzzer beater, you win the bet.
So you will come in drag.
I will come in drag.
If Ginebra wins on a Kagiwa jumper,
buzzer beater,
beater.
walang matitira.
puta, walk off buzzer beater, ganon.
Over, oo.
Wow. Shit. Okay.
Can I just say na if I'm subbing for you guys next week, hindi mapupunta sa akin yung bet na yun. Please.
One last topic here on the series. It has been the complaint during the entire semifinals. Coming from Aimee, she goes, yes, I agree. They are killing each other each game, no question. Now the refs are another story.
Oh, that's a whole different story.
First of all, I cannot say anything because I might get fined. I'm not gonna say anything.
You might get fired.
You guys can.
Pwede,
Your thoughts.
Pwede talaga.
Ikaw pwede ka talaga. Wala naman sila magagawa sa'yo eh.
I think this whole conference, maybe kasama pa yung UAAP. This year, yung officiating in Philippine basketball has been suspect to say the least. I mean, you look at it's not like even the Bible na iba-iba yung interpretation. Ito, yung isang referee, ito yung interpretation. Yung isa, ito. It's really hard eh. Just like what Suzy said when she was in the Bro Show in 995 last Saturday na the first thing she'd do in the PBA if she was commissioner, magpapatayo siya ng ref school.
Isn't there a ref school?
It is.
There is.
But I'm not sure if the referees na sumasalang na still go to that.
Yun. Walang refresher course.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, kailangan nila mag-kumon. Parang ganon. Kumon ng ref. Ganon.
Kasi kita mo, iba yung tawagan. Unang-una, iba yung tawagan sa eliminations tsaka sa semis. Pangalawa, iba yung tawagan in the first 3 quarters and the 4th quarter, which happens in the most leagues.
Yeah.
And you look at the yung flagrant foul / common foul rule has been interpreted in different ways.
Yes.
Talaga.
Ang layo.
Pati yung mga sabi nga ni Carlo Pamintuan na yung foul ni Gabby Espinas on Dillinger, if Kagiwa's foul on Abueva was an automatic flagrant 2, na which should have been in any book.
Yes.
Yung kay Espinas daw, flagrant 12.
That was like 4 punches thrown.
Yeah. Okay. I can say a few things about the officiating. I think that it has been
be careful.
It has been lackluster to say the least. It has been there have been calls where I've been like, what? But I hope that it gets better. I think that it should get better, and I think that it will get better because of the fact that, I mean, your commissioner's right there. He's watching, and he's. I know he's talking to the referees, making sure that everything should be okay. Yeah. On the referees' hands, on their own, I don't know. You can't blame the commissioner for the referees' actions.
Yeah.
Kumbaga. I mean, I'm not saying that si Commissioner Chito Salud is at fault because he's not the one making the calls. It's the referees. I think that there were a lot of calls that were missed. There were a lot of calls that were randomly seen. I hope that it fixed, especially for tonight's game. You cannot fuck around with this game. Both sides will kill somebody. I think that if you fuck up and you miss a couple calls in this game, it will be very felt.
Isa lang naman hinihingi ng lahat eh. Like, be the fans, be the teams. Consistency,
Yeah,
right?
yun lang
That's,
yun.
that's
Oo, tama.
really all you want. Pero one thing that I want for them to eliminate is yung mga needed changes of calls after the game. Yung mga upon review pa. You need to make the right call then and there. Not, hindi yung elevate pa natin to a flagrant after the game. I want those gone.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. That ends this episode 38 of Slam Radio PH. We've come to a close. If you're watching the live version of us, thank you for joining us here on WoosaStudios.com. If you're watching the replay, coming up next is Chappie's Corner, right, Migs? Chappie's Corner? I got it right. And then after that is BNO Live. There you go. I think on this episode of Chappie's Corner, it will be a challenge between Susie and CJ. All right. If you guys want to follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/AaronAtaide, twitter.com/Jatsulit, twitter.com/TheRealRobbieRag. Good luck to Ginebra and to San Mig Coffee. Whoever wins that, you will deserve it. That's for damn sure. Make sure you head on over to slamonlineph.com, and we will see you guys next week. Peace.